Are you like Lance Bass trying to go out into space and suck cock and shit?
That's next.
Maybe mutually exclusive. I bet you he would want to do it in space too. Yeah. He is gay. He's admittedly gay.
Yeah.
So he wants to go to space.
Yeah.
So if they were like, look, for an extra $250, we'll let you eat a cock in space, I'm sure he'd be like, oh, right on.
Like, fucking way to realize all my dreams at once.
Anyway, so...
Just him chasing fucking sperm in anti-gravity.
It's floating a big wad in space. He's like fucking Pac-Man trying to get to it. Energize up. I'd be happy for him if he could do that.
Yeah, me too.
Because I bet you he'd like it. With a dude he really likes.
I don't know him, but...
Yeah, I don't know the dude, but he says that he likes dudes, so I imagine...
They're just up there in space, and then they call the astronauts. Are like, we didn't really tell you before you went up, but one of you has to let them get blown by Lance Bass.
Houston, I have a problem with that. I don't want this. I just imagine Malcolm.
I like his music. Okay,
and look, that's pushing it. I can't even tell you a fucking NSYNC hit off the top of my head. Maybe Bye Bye. Baby, bye-bye.
For a second there, and I like Head, but I don't want to get blown by Lance Bass.
Not by a dude, particularly when we're in space. Anything can happen.
It's not like there's anywhere private to go.
Yeah, everyone will see it and shit. I don't want this, Control. Control. Oh, fuck, that hung up. I just imagine Malcolm being one of the only gay people that I like converse with on a regular basis. My brother's another. I know a lot of gay people, but Malcolm's the one.
The constant.
Yeah, but Malcolm's the one that he's my constant gay friend. Malcolm's the one that I talk to about gayness the most because it doesn't make him uncomfortable if I'm just like asking a zillion questions or making fun of him or shit like that. And not making fun of him like I disagree with everything you stand for.
It's like ribbon,
just ribbon shit. But Malcolm, if Malcolm was Lance Bass, he would be like, it wouldn't be enough to go to space. He would definitely be like, I want to fuck a cubby in space. In its space, in space. That's what I want. Malcolm's the kind of guy that, like, he's like, if I had any money, I'd build a disco in my basement.
Yeah.
So I could totally see that dude being like,
I'm the first Canadian astronaut has requested to fuck a hairless gay boy.
They're like, let's be fair. He's not really an astronaut. He's paying his way into space. He made a lot of money off small town gay bar. He's gay. He wants to eat some cock in space. What do we do?
It's either that or he's going to build a disco in his basement.
Both of these sound like terrible decisions. We need to help him make the best of either of those two decisions.
There's sharks. There's shark attacks.
You got wet yourself?
No. A guy got attacked in Oahu like a week before.
Oh, my God.
And what happens is the river that sort of like... in a straight line from where we were to the beach, the river was right there. And what happens is the river will bring, like, dead animals downriver and into the mouth of the river.
So they come there to
so
feed.
The sharks can smell it. There's also fish and stuff in the coral, so they'll come in to that area. But he was like, if it rains really heavily, the water's really murky and you can't see the bottom, and so that was the reason why he was like, it's better that it's clear because then you can see sharks.
Because at least you'll know death is coming.
Exactly.
You'll have a few seconds to be like,
oh,
wow. My mother, my wife.
I love you, Alex.
I regret nothing.
So then we keep. I kept surfing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting on the board. I got my hands in the water, and we're just kind of waiting. Mm-hmm. So we're facing...
Any bullshit convo at this point, too? You chit-chat out there?
Yeah. Like, we talk about stuff. Like, I ask him questions about surfing. So we're facing the beach.
Yes.
And he's to my left.
Yes.
And to the left of him is the edge of the bay.
Mm-hmm.
And past the outrigger, maybe like 50 yards, 60 yards away, there's a fin.
Breaking the surface?
Yes.
Like in a movie?
Yes.
How big is the fin?
It was big.
Big enough for you to be like...
Big enough for me to be like, holy shit.
How ironic. I'm the one that's going to die.
Yes.
At a shark's mouth.
And I was like, whoa. But I was sort of like... I was more like, oh, okay, there's a shark. But I didn't really like... I didn't amp up until I looked over at Massaja, and he was like, get your hands out of the water. And watch...
Oh my God! Did they give you a knife to carry at a point like that? Because I think they should equip you with a knife for that moment where they're like, Okay,
This is
there's
it.
a shark. Yeah, that way you could choose to take your own life
I mean,
before you're killed by the shark. Because if somebody was like, whoa, and I looked over and saw a fin, I'd be like, well, Malaysia, it's been great. And I would cut my own fucking throat.
like, what are you doing?
I'm like, we got to save ourselves from the shark.
They're like, we're going to report the weirdest shark attack ever. A man slit his throat.
This dude attacked himself, and then the shark ate what was left. It was crazy.
He sacrificed. He fed himself to the sharks.
He was so terrified of the sharks that he killed him. He cut his own throat, rolled off the fucking board into the drink.
With all the blood.
Many sharks came. I escaped barely, and it was the strangest thing I've ever seen.
That man was Kevin Smith.
Yeah, that guy. Did you ever see Clerks? It was crazy. He had a lot to live for, I thought. But
I kept a piece of him.
I've got inside some thigh chub that floated to the surface, and I threw it on my board to bring back with me. I would be crying like this dude. I'd be like, "I'm sorry, Messiah, but I'm so scared." I'd be literally in tears.
He was like 15 feet away from me. So we were not like right next to each other.
Oh my god! So you're literally gonna die alone. It's not even like the shark attacks your board and you can grab onto Messiah.
Like, just one hug before I die.
If I'm dying, you're dying too, Messiah.
Messiah.
Hardly the Messiah.
So, and then the other thing that happened to me was I feel like the guy in the outrigger kind of was doubling back. So I'm like, okay.
Because he's like, I'm going to watch a shark eat this
like,
fucking
finally,
movie.
He had his fucking cell phone up. He was going to YouTube it. He's like, I'm going to put this on ChewTube. And Massage is like, he's like, dude, get out of the deep water.
Oh my god.
And I was like,
Did he say it just like that, or was it a little more urgent?
It was more just like, yeah, you probably want to get out of the deep water.
Oh my god.
And so I'm like, whoa, you told me not to put my hands in the water. And he's like, just start paddling with your right hand.
He's like, you're gonna die if you don't do what I tell you to do. You're like, I did what you told me to do, Messiah.
Messiah. It's me
Quit
surfing with
calling.
Jesus.
Yeah, you Christ.
Knew I shouldn't have surfed with you, Christ.
Do something about it. And he's like, well, I can multiply loaves and
Turn
fishes.
the fucking water into wine.
Yeah, and fucking
won't
kill this
survive.
shark. Make him a bunch of little fish instead. Do something magical.
I know, it was a porpoise.
If I get killed, raise me from the dead, Jesus.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll paddle.
I won't tell nobody.
So like I start paddle. He's like, paddle with your right hand. I paddle with my right hand, and I'm like, I'm not getting anywhere. And he's like, okay, let's lay back on the boards and paddle in.
The whole time you're doing this, for all you know, there's a shark just hovering under you.
Once you get over the coral, no, because you can see the bottom.
How long did it take you to get to the coral?
It didn't take me that long to get back to it. I was like 5 or 10 feet away from it. I was just kind of drifting, and then I kind of paddled into the coral,
Right.
and then started heading
And
back
dove
to
in
the
head
beach.
first.
Yeah, slashed my throat on the coral.
You'll never get me here.
So then we paddled back in. We get all the way to the shore. Mm-hmm. News has sort of traveled back to the beach that there was like a
Shark sighting?
shark sighting, and so we got the boards on our heads, and we're walking. No, we're walking back. We get into the parking lot, and I see Alex, and I'm like, she is terrified. She watches Shark Week. She's terrified that I'm doing this at all, and does not want me to be out there.
Right.
And in my head, I'm like going, I don't want her to like freak out if I say it. But as
You and I are so different.
as she's walking,
I'd be screaming it from the middle of the ocean. Hey, Jen, there's a shark out here. Come get me.
helicopter.
Swim out here and distract the shark so I can make it to land.
So then we as we're walking up, I'm walking next to Massaja. A guy in a truck was like, "Hey, was kind of like, what was it? What'd you see?" And he's like, it was like a 10-foot tiger. And she so I'm like, oh, I can't hide it now because she's in the midst of all this stuff. And then my favorite part of the whole story is we're walking back to the showers, and the guy that he's like, yeah, it was a 10-foot tiger. He's like, well, you don't have to worry about being faster than a shark. You just got to be faster than your buddy.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah.
So it's mercenary on the high seas?
I mean, the guy told it as a joke, but I was kind of like, but I'm the buddy.
Yeah, you're like, you were faster than me.
You would have been faster than me. So
Would you have let me die, Messiah? He's like, if you keep calling me that, yeah, I'm going to let you fucking die. That's irritating.
So
That is so fucking horrible on so many levels. So at that point, you reach the land, you're like, I'm never doing that again, or you're like, right on, I survived a shark attack, kind of.
I would have gone out the next day. I was going to, but
You
the surf
deserve
was too
to get
low.
eaten by a fucking shark.